Communication with wisdom. Now this is a tough topic. Ongoing skill. So if from young until adult stage, we are still all learning how to communicate. A lot of miscommunication sometimes, yeah? Communication with wisdom. Firstly, effective praise. So parents, when was the last time you praised your child? Just now? Last night? Last year? Okay? Now, effective praise works. Why? Because all of us like to be praised. So even for adults, when your boss praised you, hey, great job, Sally. Wow, without your help, this job cannot move forward. You feel good too, right? That makes your day. Why not for our kids? What more for our kids? They want to be praised. Yeah? So some parents said, yeah, actually I praise my children, but sometimes it doesn't work. Why? So there are different types of praises too. Do you praise for the effort? Or do you praise them for the outcome? The final product, the outcome. So some parents said, I want to praise my child, but nothing to praise. Nothing, cannot finish homework. I was waiting, trying for him to complete his homework. Then I can start praising. But then, the pencil box also not taken out. Yeah, only the file is on the table. How to praise? Or out of 5 problem sums, he did only 2, completed 1. And out of 2, only 1 correct one. How to praise? Okay? Now, so, again the challenge is, right, you know your child did better. If your child is having a lot of struggle with doing homework, yeah, a lot of struggle. If no issue, no problem, yeah. But for those who find it very difficult, even to remember to bring the homework back from school. So the effort of putting the pencil box on the table, is it praiseworthy? Can, must start really, So if for the children that we handle, some of you laugh, yeah, we experience that, it is that tough. So to encourage them to persist through, because for them that is a difficult challenge. For us, homework only what's so difficult, cannot do man. But for them it's a difficult task because that's the job, right? So for them to pick up the pencil box, put on the table, great job, Peter. You're getting ready for homework. Yeah, I don't mean to sound sarcastic, because for the praise to be effective, you need to be sincere. Yeah, not, wow, you finish your homework, must buy frog tea. Then the child must be wondering, is this a praise or being sarcastic? Not so sincere. Is mom serious or not? So you come, what is your intention? Your intention is to help the child move forward, right? It's already tough. So what little effort, I want to recognize that, wow, take pencil box out. Wow. But that's the very first step. Then you start doing it. Great thinking. Whatever that you want your child to show, can you verbalize it? Because once you verbalize it, great thinking, you're not giving up, yeah? But I can see that you're trying different ways of solving it. Good work. After a few tries, I'm sure you can get it. Yeah? So even though the answer, after a few tries, answer may still be wrong, but can still praise? Yes. Because when you praise the child knows that it's okay to fail sometimes. It's my effort that gets recognized. Next time, when I have a similar problem, I can apply myself to it and I can work it out. I did it before. I'm sure I can do it. Right? There's a lot of short video clips about fixed mindset praise versus growth mindset praise. Growth meaning you praise for the effort. Yeah? Fixed mindset, you only praise for the outcome. Then a lot of people cannot praise, no outcome. Then poor child cannot, never receive any praise. Do take a look. Yeah? It's under Karen Dwight if you Google. Karen. Hello. Is it time's up? So under parent, right? There are this very interesting experiments that they did with the children, yeah, on fixed and growth mindset praise, yeah. Now next would be describing behaviour. Describing behaviour, why? Now behaviour is something that can be seen, heard, or measured. Now, what is the benefit of describing behavior instead of labeling them? Okay, I give you an example. Yeah, if one of you were to give me the instruction, can you turn off the lights, please? Yeah, when you give me that instruction, and I respond by, why should I turn off the lights? Yeah, I'm very tired, don't want to. What is my behavior? How would you describe my behavior? She very rude, huh? Just ask her to turn off the lights. She stamped her foot, huh? Very rude girl, no manners. Now, very rude is a label. No manners is also a label. But if you describe my behavior earlier, that when given the instruction to turn off the lights, you stamp your feet and you walked away. If you describe that, I may most likely not argue with you. Why? It reduces my arguing with you because this is exactly what I did. Okay? Versus if you were to tell me, so rude, Josephine, I just give you one simple instruction. You stand your feet and walk away. No manners. What is rude? You call me rude. I show you what rude is. Yeah? What no manners? I answered you, no, I stand and look at you. I'm no manners, I don't even look at you. So what am I doing? I'm arguing with you, right? And it's very common, especially when they are a bit older, they will argue because they have their own views. Your view is not my view. You are just naming me, you're judging me. I'm feeling tired. I don't feel like turning off the lights. Can I just rest for a while? I can't, is it? Alright. So when I tried that, I described, when I first tried this skill, I find it a bit awkward. But the benefit of it is, because I'm trying to remember what I saw, what I heard, right? Measure, sometimes can measure, sometimes cannot, unless I told things. So I try to recall what I saw and heard. What happened to me is, I calm down in a way, because I'm trying to recall. Yeah? So when I recall, my tone also went down a bit. So the child calms down a bit also. Some of the parents that I work with, the educators also, they said to try that. You give it a try. You see, when you start describing your child's behavior, right, what happens? You check your child's response and you check your own response and feelings. How do you feel? Now feel, yes, definitely awkward for the first time, but after a while it becomes a habit. And you know the child cannot argue with you because that's exactly what the child did in front of you. No, I didn't stamp my feet. But then, especially if they start throwing things, one pencil there, one book there, those are the evidence which is still there. So they can't argue much with you. And you de-escalate the situation. Okay, child or teen reason. Now again, many parents say, yeah, I give reason there, but the reason cannot work, Why? Then is it age appropriate? Many parents will say, okay, study hard, right? Very important, study hard. Go to a good school, go good secondary school, go to university, get good grades, then go into get a good job. Your boss like you, you get promotion, you are made for life ready. But if the child is 6 years old, what promotion? What boss and all that? They don't get it, isn't it? So what's so good about studying? You do your homework quickly now. Yeah? After that, you get more playtime. Okay. I can relate to that. But getting promotion, I may not be able to relate. Yeah? So is it age appropriate? Body language, one foster parent, He's in his 60s, yeah? Retiree, foster parent. He came and he told me communication, eye contact. He learned that very crucial. Be at the same level as the child, which is true. And he demonstrated to us during that session, how to be at the eye level. If the child is there, squat down, kneel, sit down together. Immediately, temperature comes. That is body language. Yeah, I am at your level. I'm not above you. Yeah? Actually, I don't want to stand here, but then I think for those at the back, they want to see me, so I'm here, up above. Yeah. And lastly, think before speaking. Thinking meaning sometimes they speak too fast and they hurt other people. Thinking would be, is what I'm going to say the truth? Okay? Is what I'm going to say helpful? Is what I'm going to say inspiring? Is what I'm going to say necessary? And lastly, is what I'm going to say kind to others? Think. Is it truthful? Helpful? Inspiring? Necessary? Not necessary, then don't say that. Yeah? Because if not, then it becomes, mom is a nag, Okay? And is it kind? Right? So all this about communication with wisdom.